Welcome to Grit and Gain, your backstage pass to professional success, a podcast designed to help young professionals navigate their careers and unlock their potential. I'm Marco Velasquez, your host, and each week I'm sharing professional lessons I've gathered over the past 25 years. Lessons from the ladder, real-world strategies and insights to empower you as you climb the professional ladder. Today we're talking about something that sounds simple but is often very much overlooked, and it's one of the most important habits you can cultivate. Punctuality. In both the physical workplace and virtual meetings, punctuality can be the differentiator. It sets the tone. It shapes perceptions, and it often determines how others see you as a professional. Now, a lot of people think that a first impression is something you make when you meet someone for the very first time. But I'm here to tell you, every time you show up, you're making a first impression, whether it's your first meeting with someone or your 50th. And showing up on time every time communicates something essential: respect and professionalism. Now, let's be honest. The world is busy. You're busy. Schedules are packed, inboxes are overflowing, and we're all balancing more tasks than ever before. So why does punctuality matter so much? Well, think about it like this. Showing up on time is more than just a logistical detail. It's a signal. It tells others, I respect your time and I'm here to contribute. Whether you're walking into the office or logging onto a virtual call, being punctual shows you're reliable, you're organized, and ready to give your best. Now, in contrast, lateness, whether it's by a few minutes or more, immediately sends a different message. It suggests that maybe you're unprepared, maybe you're distracted, or worse, that you don't value the time of others. And in the professional world, perceptions like that can stick with you. So how can punctuality actually be the differentiator? Let's break it down. In today's workplace, where skills and experience are often comparable, it's the little things that set you apart. Punctuality is one of those little things. It's an unspoken promise. If you show up on time consistently, it's a habit that not only reflects discipline, but also builds trust with your colleagues, with clients, with leaders. Over time, this habit can be the reason people rely on you. The reason you're seen as a professional who takes their work seriously. This is especially true in virtual meetings. In a world where so much of our communication is done through a screen, the little things make all the difference. When you log on early or exactly on time for a virtual meeting, you stand out because, let's face it, many people, they just don't. Maybe they're scrambling for the Zoom or Teams link or waiting for their camera to connect at the last second. But when you're already there, ready to go, you immediately show that you've come prepared and focused. And that leads me to today's call to action. Make it a habit that on time means 5 minutes early. It's a small shift, but it's one that can completely change how others perceive you. Think of it as building in a buffer for success. That 5-minute head start gives you a chance to gather your thoughts, make sure everything is in place, and walk into the meeting or log in with confidence. Now, I know that some of you might be thinking, I've always struggled with punctuality, or that's just how I am. Maybe you've even heard yourself say, I'm just not a morning person, or I work better under pressure. But here's the thing. These are just stories we tell ourselves. You have the power to rewrite these stories. Don't let old habits or excuses keep you from embracing this new habit of showing up 5 minutes early. Punctuality isn't just about being physically present. It's about being mentally prepared. It's about setting the best possible first impression every single time you show up. And here's the key. It's always a choice. Each of us has control over our own time, our own habits. It's about choosing to be intentional with how you manage that time. Sure, things happen, right? Traffic, tech issues, an unexpected call. But when punctuality is the norm for you, those occasional bumps won't define your professional image. People will know that you're the kind of person who's dependable, who shows up early and ready to engage. So allow me to share a practical tip to make this a habit. Set a non-negotiable reminder. Whatever calendar system you use, set an alert to go off 10 minutes before every meeting, virtual or in person. That extra 10 minutes isn't just going to remind you of the meeting. It's your cue to start wrapping up whatever you're doing. Gather your materials, check your tech setup, and get mentally prepared to be fully present. If you aim to be in place, whether that's a conference room or a Zoom call, at least 5 minutes before the start time, you're ensuring that you're never rushing in at the last second. You're ensuring that you're calm, collected, and ready to make that great first impression every single time. I'll leave you with this thought. While skills, knowledge, and experience are crucial, the small habits are often what separate good professionals from great ones. Punctuality is one of those habits that can give you an edge, and it's one of the easiest habits to start building today. Remember, it's about respect, it's about professionalism, and most importantly, it's about showing up, not just on time, but early, and making that your standard. So here's your challenge. Commit to being 5 minutes early to every meeting or event this week. See how it feels. Watch how others respond, and notice the difference it makes in your own sense of readiness and confidence. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Grit and Gain. If this episode inspired you, or if you know someone who could benefit from embracing punctuality, share it with them. Remember, success is in the details, and punctuality is one of those details that can take your professional presence to the next level. Until next time, stay committed to your growth, keep showing up early, prepared, and ready to make an impact. Thanks for listening.